Hello, this is Jackie. In this video, let's watch a crime film, Helter Skelter, starring Erika Sawajiri. LiLiCo was a super famous star in the country. She had a reputation for being sexy, and she had the face that all women dream of. With the figure of a devil, LiLiCo quickly became the top model of fashion magazines and internationally famous brands. The petite and cute LiLiCo off the screen was actually a bad-tempered person. She was very arrogant. She bullied her subordinates whenever she was on the set. However, in addition, to be the top star, LiLiCo can be said to be useless. She can't sing, dance, rap, or act. But she was still hot in the entertainment circle. In order to get better performance opportunities, she often had affairs with some big guys. At the same time, she had a rich boyfriend. LiLiCo now had both fame and fortune. Men and women across the country were all crazy about her. But there must be tears behind this beauty. One day, LiLiCo was admiring her peerless face in front of the mirror. She suddenly saw a dark spot on her forehead. Fear and anger instantly dominated LiLiCo's emotions. On the first day, the makeup artist also found dark spots on LiLiCo's head, so he asked the agent what was going on. The agent was afraid that the makeup artist would talk nonsense, so she had to confess. It turned out that LiLiCo had plastic surgery. Except for her eyeballs, ears, and private parts, the whole face was artificial. So over time, the body would repel. After that, the agent bribed the makeup artist, letting him take care of LiLiCo's face. However, LiLiCo's plastic sequelae were extremely dangerous. Once there was no money for regular expansion, her body would deteriorate. At this time, a murder case occurred, leading the police to the plastic surgery clinic that LiLiCo had been to. It was reported that the owner of the clinic was originally a gynecologist. Later, she joined the plastic surgery industry to make money and started a transplant medical treatment. As the name implied, she stole other people's organs, skin, and bones and transplanted into the human body for plastic surgery. And people after surgery had to undergo treatment for the rest of their lives. LiLiCo knew about these consequences, but for her beauty, she was willing to pay such a price. As LiLiCo's fame got more popular, the number of receptions increased. And the fans who were obsessed with her became overwhelming. Whenever a magazine with LiLiCo was published, it would be sold out immediately. This extravagant life of a star made LiLiCo unable to extricate herself. But being in front of the camera couldn't hide her guilty conscience. Seeing the increasing number of dark spots on her face, LiLiCo was frightened and helpless. Because she knew that what people liked was her beauty. And this beauty was just a pile illusion. One day, people would wake up from the illusion. So, where should she go? Soon, LiLiCo's sister came to visit her secretly. In the sunny flower field, LiLiCo successfully brainwashed her sister. Her sister thought that her sister was beautiful because of her strength. LiLiCo retorted that she would be strong only when she became beautiful. After that, LiLiCo underwent painful repair surgery. And she was still the queen of everyone. But LiLiCo needed to rest after the operation. For the company's profit, the agent promoted a newcomer, Kozu, to appear with LiLiCo. Kozu was 18 years old. She was naturally beautiful, lively, and lovely. On the first day of filming, she got in touch with the staff. After some photo shoots with LiLiCo, Kozu quickly became popular all over the country. As the saying went, but when the newcomer laughed, the old one cried. The new face replaced LiLiCo's place in people's hearts. The cover of the magazine had gradually changed from a photo of the two to only Kozu. LiLiCo felt desperate when encountering this enemy. She was fed up with the fearful days, but she could hardly give up the sense of honor. The stage that only belonged to oneself now became someone else's. The huge gap made LiLiCo unacceptable. She ran to the top of the set and wanted to threaten others with death. However, LiLiCo knew in her heart that no matter how good the manager said, she couldn't regain her sorrow. In order to be able to stand on the stage again, LiLiCo's dose gradually increased. Her spirit also started to be a little trance. Good fortune but no misfortune would not come singly. LiLiCo saw her boyfriend's flash marriage news in the newspaper again. The last buoy also left her. LiLiCo was a little hysterical. She called her boyfriend and wanted an explanation. But her boyfriend just said lightly that marriage was just a political marriage. Finally, he shamelessly invited LiLiCo to go on his honeymoon. LiLiCo, who hung up, finally understood. She was just a beautiful plaything in her boyfriend's heart. His family was far from letting an actor get married to him. In order to export bad anger, but also for the resources of her boyfriend, LiLiCo instructed her assistant to apply sulfuric acid on her boyfriend's newlywed. Soon, the rich guy returned to LiLiCo. Although they can't get married, LiLiCo's goal had been achieved. Here, the police's investigation was blocked. It was reported that many actors and models were just small customers of that clinic. The biggest customers behind were actually mainly entrepreneurs and politicians. Such a powerful background left the police at a loss. But in order not to let more people sacrifice, the police found Ririko and asked her to testify in court. The police also found evidence that Ririko instigated the assistant to commit a crime. Listening to the police clearly telling her true identity, Ririko's expression suddenly changed and she was speechless. Back to the residence, Ririko looked at the document the police handed to her. The detailed information her before and after the plastic surgery. Completely desperate Ririko, who was fat and ugly back then, plucked up the courage to come to the city. She sold her body and soul in exchange for everything today. Now, the newcomer squeezed her off the altar, and her identity would be revealed at any time. Ririko would soon lose everything. But she had come to this point. She could only fight back to regain her stage. The first thing was to get rid of Kozu. She told her assistant to destroy Kozu's face and performed well on variety shows. However, long-term drug abuse and frequent mental shock had made Ririko delirious. There were even strange hallucinations. On the show, Ririko's ugliness and craziness scared the staff. The assistant was also found disfigured by Kozu and the plan failed. After returning home, Ririko's thoughts were totally lost. She ran away from home and vented in the heavy rain. The assistant who stayed at home accidentally discovered Ririko's plastic surgery document. She felt sorry for Ririko and wanted to send this information to the media to help Ririko return to the public. But this move directly knocked Ririko into the abyss. After one night, the news of Ririko's body plastic surgery spread everywhere. She became the protagonist of every gossip. The criminal information of the clinic had also been exposed. Obviously, this was the police taking advantage of Ririko to catch the Black Clinic. All illusions had been intercepted. Ririko appeared to be exposed to the public without being naked. She didn't have anything to hide anymore. Although the agent was still struggling to hold a press conference to save everything. But Ririko sitting at the dressing table no longer had any hope. She let the makeup artist cover up all the dark spots on her body. After that, she returned to her favorite stage, step by step down the stairs. But now there were no people, their voices became silent. She missed herself who was held in the palm of her fans. But at that time, she was so fake. At this time, she just wanted to be the truest self. At the press conference, Ririko did not follow the arrangement of her agent to read the carefully prepared speech. She looked at the flashlights, and her heart felt a peace that she hadn't had in a long time. After that, she took out the knife prepared and stabbed one of her own eyes. Blood on the table, she gave everyone an explanation. Also gave herself the greatest comfort. Because anyway her eye was one of the few things real of hers. After this incident, Ririko seemed to disappear. But in society, she had become the hottest topic. No one cared if she had plastic surgery. Some young girls began to admire her perfect face again. On the streets, there were more and more plastic faces. Maybe each of them knew their fate, but the desire to become as beautiful as Ririko never disappeared. Lies and illusions make people intoxicated and even deceive themselves. But the fake is fake after all. That benefit when the hypocritical bubble is burst, all that remains is the embarrassment. Still, in the same sentence, if you have the temperament, beauty will never defeat the heart. Well, this video ends here. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, see you next time.